All right. So I'm going to watch where I go with this. I'm going to watch what I say. Just a few disclaimers. I never wish for disaster, tragedy, conflict. But sometimes I do walk around thinking that sometimes hard times are a little necessary for us to appreciate what we got going on. And I know that there's a lot to be upset about. You know, financially, the world is insane. And what are we going to do? But there's other parts of the world that don't really have to worry about money because they're actually worried about harm. I'd rather worry about money than worry about, do I get to wake up and breathe another day? And I know people don't like to hear this. People don't like to hear it could be worse. And I don't like to use that as devaluing what people are going through because I don't think that that's cool. If someone has an issue, I don't think you should say, oh, it could be worse, tough it up. You got to acknowledge that it sucks, but yes, it can be. It can be. You know, but we're humans. We need to have our mourning periods. But the only thing kind of working against that, when let's go back before 2020. I remember high school, right? College, before this whole thing kicked off. And there were some bad times and there was some drama. But there were also a lot of good times where we didn't have to worry so much. I think the fact that we didn't have to worry is the thing that made a lot of us not think about our future. As, you know, first world Americans. And then you fast forward because society's gotten so out of whack with their egos and their smartphones that some of us are actually looking inward and saying, okay, I got to get a goal. 2020, you know, I remember pre-2020, I was always able to ask my father, have you ever seen anything like this in human history? And he would always be able to relate it to what happened in the 70s or what happened in the 80s when he was growing up. 2020, I got an answer. I have never seen anything like it. That's how I knew that my generation, because I'm 29, was going to be in for a totally different battle than our parents were. Totally different. A lot of it's spiritual, but a lot of it could get very external if things keep going the way they are. And I don't wish that. It's just acknowledging reality. That things are a little more unstable. I remember the last time I talked to a therapist was 2020 when the sickness happened. And she was trying to say, well, it just seems like you feel like the world's becoming less safe of a place. And you could tell she didn't really have an answer for it. That's when I realized I didn't need therapy because I learned how to trust my gut. And then post-2020, people are more bitter than ever. We had a very questionable about our future time. 2021 was a little scarier. We had a questionable time. And we're still not grateful. After that, every time, if I'm watching an Avengers movie on my Disney Plus, or I'm watching a YouTube thing or making a beat that's going to get like 20 views, That's a very good problem to have. Not getting enough clout is a very good problem to have. So let's say when I see World War III trending on Twitter, and that's on the news all the place, and I could see things coming over the horizon, like the universe is saying, now's the next test where the fabrics of society might be in question. And a lot of it has to do with us people, not a sickness. I don't know where it's going to go. In fact, I really hope it doesn't get worse. I hope for the best, but I am preparing for the worst because I see a lot of the worst, where it's like I don't really see a whole lot of people trying to do the right thing anymore. And I get it. When you're faced with a test, sometimes we do get angry. And anger is not something that you want to repress or deny. It's a human instinct, and we all have it. It matters how you channel it. Because when you channel it in the right places, it could do some amazing things. But I think every individual person does have to learn that. And I know we are all on our own journeys, and we all have our own path. And I can't tell another grown adult how to live their life. But all I could do is reach out to the very few people who follow me. Because if I at least reach one or two people and really ring a message in their head, I feel like I've done a good work. But if, let's say World War III does happen, and we still don't have that wake-up moment where we appreciate our families and we appreciate our technology that we have used to make us depressed, when not very many people in human history can say that we have had all this stuff surrounding us. And this is a dramatic video, not going to lie. But nothing will wake us up if not this. Just no matter what happens, we have to, remember that our neighbors are human, and our neighbors do have feelings, and our neighbors do have boundaries, things we're not respecting anymore. We just have to value each other too. Not just countrymen and countrymen, but, kind of on a worldly basis too. We don't always all have to live in the same nation, but every human being has the right to live. I don't think any human being should be harassed. I think every human being should be guided and built into something great. The only reason I give that message is because I was blessed enough to realize that in this life. But this is what I could pass forward. Hope you guys took something from this. And I wish nothing but the best for all of you guys. But I'm going to rest. I've done a lot today. But I had to get this out there because it has been on my conscience. And I'm hoping I could channel it into something that might put a few people who are being selfish and trying to chase that cloud dream and realize life's not just about the numbers on your screen, but the friends, family, and communities you create for yourself. Peace out.